Chapter 6 is the first of two that deal with insights, the I and the LIFE acronym. The two kinds of insight are important. One is the potential turnoffs that customers may experience, and two, the changing trends in dealing with customers and their needs. Now, everyone, yourself included, has pet peeves over the way they are served or the way that they are not served, the way that they are like to be served. Often these are little things that can have a cumulative effect in creating dissatisfied or minimally the indifferent customer. Some typical turnoffs that are listed in your book include being ignored or receiving rude or indifferent service, having to wait too long, poor quality work, especially on repair jobs or shoddy products, sales items that are not in stock, merchandise items that are not marked, forcing a price check at the counter. One nice thing I think that's been put into place that we appreciate as customers for that are the U-Scan items within stores like Fred Meyer or Walmart where you can check prices while out in the store. Dirty restaurants or restrooms, think of that in terms of a first impression that you have on a place. If you walk into a restaurant that's dirty, how that can really cloud your perception for the rest of the meal. Phone calls that are put on hold or that force you to select from a long menu of choices, and talked about that in the last chapter as far as the do's and don'ts of proper telephone service. Employees lacking product knowledge, when you, especially in a technical arena, when you go in to buy a stereo or a television and you have some technical questions, you'd hope that the employee working in that part of the store would be able to answer at least some of the basic questions. High pressure sales tactics, huge turnoff there. We don't like to be pressured into buying something and we're not quite ready for it yet. Employees talking down to you or using confusing or technical jargon. Again, going back to the technical example, employees need to be sure to talk to customers on a level that they understand. And then inflexibility when you make a request. Now, reducing turnoffs can be one of your best forms of advertisement. It can also help move people out of what the book calls the zone of indifference and having them work towards being motivated, loyal customers. Now, customer turnoffs can be categorized into values, system, and people turnoffs. Value and system problems, those are best addressed by company leaders, because everyone can help eliminate people problems primarily through improving their interpersonal skills. But value and systems, how those are solved, tend to get that decision gets to be made at the top, but hopefully with input coming from the bottom, from people who work in the front line and know what is bothering the customer. The book defines value as being a function of the apparent quality of a product or service relative to its cost, and then that's the key there, being relative to its cost. We expect different things out of a pen that costs $1 as opposed to one that's $25. Systems are sometimes thought of as technology-related problems, and the term is used more broadly in this chapter and goes into some good detail. System basically refers to anything getting involved with getting the product or service to the customer. Now, system turnoffs arise from problems with procedures or process, policies, technology, training or employee lack of training, staffing, locations, facilities, and systematic actions. People turnoffs are almost always communication problems. Employees at all organizational levels can create people turnoffs, often unconsciously, by communicating inappropriate messages with their words or their nonverbal actions. Service recovery seeks to win back customers when they have had a disappointing experience. Customers whose problems are addressed by the company will actually be more likely to do repeat business than customers who have never had a problem. So there's something to be gained in a customer having a problem with you as long as that problem is adequately resolved. Customer and employee loyalty is like it's an election held almost every day, and people vote with their feet. If they're dissatisfied, they walk, and depending on the level of dissatisfaction, might run to the nearest competitor. Regularly identifying and working to reduce possible customer turnoffs can provide a basis for building customer loyalty, and that's really the primary goal of customer service. And we earn that customer loyalty when we reduce or eliminate the value systems and people turnoffs that we talked about, and when we exceed customer expectations to create a positive awareness. So this does it for the mini lecture for Chapter 6. Go ahead and take the quiz when you're ready. Hard to believe we're almost at the halfway point here of the class. Hope that you are gaining some good insight and education into the world of customer service, even if it's something you've been in the industry for quite some time. Hopefully you're getting a new perspective and ways that you can utilize what you're learning in the class into the real world, because that's what classes like this are really all about. So good luck with the quiz, and we'll see you in the next chapter.